Ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you all please stand as I'll lead you in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one God, nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now I ask you to please remain standing as Mrs. Bell will give the invocation.
Please bow your heads for a moment as we pray. Dear God, as we gather this morning to celebrate the 120th commencement of the Culinary Institute Lenotre, we would like to give thanks for our good fortune, for our family, and for our friends. Please give our graduates the courage to face their everyday family and professional challenges, and the strength to be role models for their peers. And please give our world peace. Amen.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 120th graduation for the Culinary Institute Lenotre. That's a large number and a wonderful occasion, and I'm glad you can all make it here today. On behalf of the school and myself, I would like to welcome all of our graduating students, your families who are here, your friends, everybody who is on the Facebook live stream, and the prestigious faculty that have guided you through this exciting time in your life. I'll be your host this morning. I'm Todd Patterson, the Director of Academic Affairs. And remember this, graduates, this is the first day of your new life. We are taking the time to recognize you for your hard work, all of your dedication since you first enrolled years ago for most of you. You have earned the right to wear this uniform. Wear it with pride. You have earned this honor. So before we start handing out the diplomas today, there are a few people that I would like to bring to your attention. May I introduce first our school president, Mr. Alain and Marie Lenotre. And of course, our vice president of institutional advancement, Mrs. Marie Lenotre. And some of the wonderful staff that have instructed and trained you graduates in all the time you've been here. Our head of baking and pastry, Chef Christelle Pradat. The other pastry baking chefs who are not here today, Chef Dominique, Chef Francis, Chef Lee, Chef Dominique Guillet, and Chef Dominique Garrett. Moving on to the Culinary Arts program, our head of cuisine, Chef Olivier. The rest are cuisine chefs, Chef Pascal, Chef Giard, Chef Amanda, Chef Paul, Chef Kirby, and Chef Stephanie. Thank you, chefs. Greatly appreciate it. Also in attendance today from the academic area, our adjuncts, is Ms. Whitney Hall. All right, so next I'd like to present our first guest speaker today, Keith Malone. Keith is the president of the Alumni Association, and he'll be giving the first speech today. Keith?
Welcome, everyone. I am honored to be a part of your exciting day. Your graduation and the beginning of your chosen careers as a culinary professionals. We all graduate. A chef must have components within himself that are available for kitchen use. More types of skills and knowledge that are required for the Culinary Arts and are more pronounced than the practice of almost any other craft or profession. These roads are learning is wrong, exactly, an artist. A chef at any given moment is an architect, an engineer, a soldier, a physician, a philosopher, and a mathematician. Being a chef often means balancing many and or all of these feats at once, with the precise skill of a surgeon, with relentless and strict deadlines. This excellent school has taught the fundamentals like sauteing, grilling, baking, tempering, decorating, knife cuts, cost control, sanitation, so much more. It's now your responsibility to carry out and perfect these skills. Expand your knowledge, to experiment. But remember, when experimenting, it's important to know your audience. Food should be interesting, approachable, and recognizable. Skills can be taught, but attitude, no. When you're building a team, you want people around you that are good people who treat each other well. To be the best you have to work with. Some people say that motivation doesn't last. Neither does faith. Utilize all your senses in the kitchen. This is very important. Sight, sound, taste, smell, texture. Control. You need to see everything going on around you. Observe others and learn from what they're doing. Learn from their actions. Listen for familiar sounds in music. They almost become like music. The sound of the oil frying when you keep it fried chicken. The sizzle of the steak when it gets grilled. The quiet hum of the items. All these are important. Train your sense of smell. Our room smells different at each level. Learn to recognize these in all the senses. And I know you've heard this over and over, but taste everything. Know what something should taste like, even if you don't like it. You must be willing to try everything. Become familiar with umami. And you know what umami is. You're going to go out tomorrow, each and every one of you. You're literally going to change the world. Whether it's one pallet at a time, you're going to make a difference for somebody. If you show up on time, and you want to bring a good attitude every single day. Never forget that cooking begins with good skills, mastering the basics, and a passion for your industry. If you do the little things right, you'll do the big things. Keep up with your passion. I still read every single day, whether it's one recipe or 20 recipes, or an article, critique, a technique. Keep up with you, keep your mind full of knowledge. But this is the best way to keep up with your passion. Think bigger, inspire. This land of instant gratification, when they taste, and you see that smile, that look of fulfillment, that mood, that wide-eyed look in the chest, that you are doing. Good luck, work hard, be passionate, and most of all, be happy. Okay?
Thank you, Chef. Does that mean I have to try Brussels sprouts?
Yes. No. Absolutely.
I don't know. I'm done. Sorry.
Just try the different ones.
There you go. Maybe you'll make it work. All right. Next, I'd like to introduce our honorary guest speaker for today. We're very excited that Mr. Marco Maxioni has generously accepted to be our graduation March 12, 2021 keynote speaker. Mark was a close friend of Mr. and Mrs. Lenotre, and a very distinguished restaurateur. The general manager of Cafe Salus in River Oaks District is one of the best French restaurants in all of Houston, and called a spot to see and be seated right in the gallery. Better yet, lunch shift chef Darwin Kua is an alumni of the Culinary Institute Lenotre. Mark was the son of the legendary serial Marchioni, who trained while still very young after the war in Paris at the Plaza Athene under chef Roger Villiers. With his three sons, they created the world-famous three-star Michelin French restaurant Les Sucres in New York, with branches in Las Vegas and Mexico City. Marco ran Les Sucres in New York, and his two brothers oversaw the restaurants in Las Vegas and Mexico. Hopefully he'll share a story about telling the President of the United States, that Les Sucres was full, no reservations were available. It is an honor for all of us to host Marco, and we're excited to be able to share with him this graduation and your culinary dreams. Marco?
Thank you. Hello. And first of all, congratulations to all of you for a wonderful job well done. I'm Marco Marchioni, and I come from a long restaurant background, but most of all is a background that was full of experiences with wonderful figures in the restaurant world. At the age of 53, I can say that I had one foot in what was the development of modern restaurant industry by just hanging along with my father, and I could say that I had the great honor of experiencing times with Monsieur Gaston, Chef Gaston Lenotre, my father, Roger Berger, and along with the great Paul Cruz. My father would call the three of them Gert's version of the Holy Trinity. The three of them is what truly established what we know the restaurant world to be. And to be a young boy tagging along with those kind of experiences were probably what served me the best. And what I learned from them is what probably is what all great people in the industry learn to do is humility, passion, and a constant curiosity to do better and to do something good. For example, I was just telling Mr. Lenotre, my father and Chef Paul Cruz were invited to be the guest speakers as I met today at one of the graduating classes at the Culinary Institute in New York, and the two of them get up to the microphone, and of course Mr. Cruz didn't speak as well as French and English as he did, so my father didn't have to understand. And he said, Ferdinand, as the president, congratulated all the graduating classes, and congratulations, chefs. And Mr. Cruz started shaking his head. And my father said, well, he says, may I direct you, Mr. Metz, and says, congratulations, Cuisine. And a few parents got their feathers a little ruffled after spending so much money revenue students to the class. But the quick explanation to that was that Paul Cruz and my father said, the moment that you forget that you're a Cuisine and you think you're a chef is the moment you should take the talk and put it somewhere else. Because it is the passion and the desire and the drive of being a Cuisinier with that constant curiosity, the same that you have now, is what allowed this permanence in the industry for the great chefs and all of the peers that follow the kind of humility and passion that's necessary to survive in probably one of the hardest, most difficult industries that you can find. Take this COVID, for example. We're all on our knees in one way or the other, but it's that passion that we all have within ourselves, but to actually, show us go on, that really allows us and anybody that's in a certain industry, whether you're fireman, police, medical field, that you do it because it's something that you fully believe in, and it's part of your fabric, your network, everything that you wake up in the morning and you say, today I'm going to do something even better than I did yesterday. And that's what allows you to keep striving and going on. And I learned this as a young boy when we would close our dessert restaurant down in New York. My father was always trying to improve the restaurant. It started as a brasserie, much like Toulouse restaurant here in Houston, Illinois. It started as a brasserie, but happened to be in a very, very elite zip code in New York City. But my father was just resting on his laurels. Eventually, that success curves and then plateaus, but eventually kind of did. And she always challenging himself to do something better. When he would close down for 3 weeks, back in the day, you could do that, European style, close for a month, and see you all. But we would travel to our home in Italy, and then after 2 days of resting and relaxing, eating big Italian meals, my father would pack the car, and we would head north to France. And we would go from one restaurant, lunch and dinner, lunch and dinner, lunch and dinner. As a 10, 11-year-old, you want to go to Disney World or something like that. But now it wasn't like Disney World. It was the greatest experience I could have in the restaurant. Alain and Marie, he was at Joan Paris, Jacques Maxime at the Fresco, Verdi's and Jacques Maxime, the breakout nine in Paris and the Champs-Élysées, Olivier, because of all the little glassware and chocolate that he had. But the thing was, my father didn't go to steal any ideas or anything. It was to see what was the common denominator, the common factor that made all these people successful. And in the end, whether one person was a pastry master, and another one was known for making foie gras and ouche, like the Diane family and so on. In the end, the one underlying factor which stood out and screamed at you was the passion and the dedication to a life of tradition and high quality in everything, in every little facet that was being presented to their dining guests and to what they did, and in every little movement that they did. I worked as a busboy at Rocher, and one of my jobs was to polish the 100 or so Armand brass violins and shovels that he had. And I said, well, we just polish them this way, why do we have to polish them again today? But then that had to be done because it had to be perfect every day. And to cut any corners is basically not only cheating your guests, but you're also cheating yourself. Because in the end, you cut any corners and then you do things faster than actually going the time that it takes to do something. Because if you do it right the first time, there's no need to go back and do it again. And those are the things that as a young apprentice, I learned. My father said, you're going to do this business? I said, okay, you're not going to learn it with me. He said, probably on Friday night, you're going to say that, I'm going to go to lose my buddies. And as a boss, I would tell you, no, you're going to take a Friday night off in this business. And what I will tell you is, you're going to turn around and hate me as a father instead of hating me as a boss. So I'm shipping you off to France, and boom, I was sent to work in the most difficult schools, which at the time we didn't have the great universities. We didn't have the institute, the Lenotre Institute. Hyde Park in New York was a fledgling. If Americans or students from the States wanted to learn, they had to go over to Europe and do the boot camp and the KP, which in the end isn't so bad. And I got to travel Europe and so on. But the important thing was, it's just literally when you challenge yourself with the best. Beyond this, by challenging yourself coming here to the North, because the standards here are those that are expected anywhere else on the highest levels. And that's what you have to do all the time. You always have to challenge yourself. You always have to be at the top. You always have to never settle in this business for what you think, well, I can just do it this way. At the moment you're thinking that, you're doing something wrong. If it becomes too easy, you should be tired. But at the same time, there's always a better way to do things. And that's what's important in this industry. It's the passion. It is the curiosity, but most of all, it's the humility never to believe that you've gotten there, because as quickly as you get there, it can be taken away in just a moment. And to be a chef, to be in this restaurant industry, you have to be not only someone who's capable of cooking, knowing what the best ingredients are, and so on, but now, in a very competitive world, you have to be an accountant, you have to be a human resource director, you have to be a marketing genius, you have to know social media nowadays, you have to be knowledgeable and study everything that's going on in the world. Not an easy job, but in the end, many of us start because we just enjoy something so much. And that's why keeping your feet on the ground and really concentrating is keeping the direction that you started. Never look on the other side of the fence. Never say, well, that's what this song really good to. Be true to yourself. Be true to what you believe in, and keep believing in the passion. And sure, you'll have the success that you certainly merit and desire in this world. But for this, I greatly appreciate being part of this, because I can truly relate to all of you and congratulate you on a great achievement. All the best to you.
All right, now before we go on to the student speeches, I'd like to present two students with a special award because they achieved perfect attendance throughout their entire program. It was very amazing. So, Gabrielle Costa, can you come up, please? Oh, here you go. Where are you driving?
I drive about 25 or 30 minutes.
And he's also a fantastic work study student for us. I appreciate that. And also, Heather Boston. How far are you driving today?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. That's very impressive. All right, and now I'd like to introduce our student speakers today. And actually, we have somebody who was just here a second ago. Gabriella, do you want to come back up again and give your speech?
Class of 2021, congratulations, we did it. Graduation day. Class of 2021, congratulations, we did it. Graduation day is finally here. Although the next year or so was not easy, facing COVID, online classes instead of in-person interaction that we're so used to, and personal obstacles that popped up, we pushed through. For this reason, I believe we are stronger for it. Therefore, if we can get through all of these challenges, we will reach our personal goals we set for ourselves. So, be who you are, do what you love, and go where your heart takes you. Graduation is not the end, it's the beginning. So, cheers to this next chapter in life. May it be filled with blessings, love, motivation, and happiness. And lastly, I'll leave you with this quote by Kerry Washington. Your life is your story, and the adventure ahead of you is your journey to fulfill your own purpose and potential. Thank you. God bless.
And next will be graduate of the Baking Pastry program. And one thing I want to say about the students' student speech is that David presented Ms. Lenotre and myself with a wonderful, about 25-page review of all his different classes and labs through the entire time here. And that is a wonderful resource for us. And we're going with that diligently, believe you, David, to appreciate all the chefs and the adjuncts that you have done a wonderful job for you, and also anything that needs improvement. We appreciate that too, to make those changes. So that is wonderful. If anybody else wants to present those to us, I'll welcome you to take them as well. So, and that is going to be for Bacon Pastry, David Stars.
First off, thank you for allowing me to speak today. I just want to start off with an answer to this. What brought you guys to the Culinary Institute Lenotre? For me, it was just a simple bologna and cheese sandwich. When I was a kid, I thought I my mom in the kitchen, and I was in here constantly. And sorry, I was always learning from my mom constantly. But it wasn't until I made my first bologna and cheese sandwich that passion, taking something as simple as bologna, cleaning it up, adding some seasoning, the cheese, gave me a new flavor profile that I never experienced before. Really, it's not only exciting, but really just for what else can I do? Growing up, I didn't have the chances to interact with friendship. But knowing this, I did not let that thing down. I kept persevering to the last obstacle. I did not let the setbacks and failures get me down, but instead using a stepping stone and learning that helped me get closer to achieving my dreams of becoming a chef. And get that education that I enjoyed. I was finally able to accomplish part of my dream here at CIL. My time here has been a opportunity. The professors, the chefs, the staff are incredibly supportive, encouraging, and set standards for excellence inside the classroom as well as outside. Mr. Lenotre has a motto, tradition, quality, and respect. Going through my journey here at CIL, I can see every aspect of that motto being taught in the classes, even in the library. And it's been a true honor. And I want to share my time here will not be wasted. I want to leave out with some tidbits. Remember that every recipe starts with a dash of passion and a pinch of confidence. Now I ask you, what are you going to change and what are you going to bring to the culinary world? I want to thank Mrs. Hill for your passion and your inspiration. Mrs. Evans for your support and your positive attitude. Ms. Grant for your attention to detail, and Chef Michelle for your encyclopedic knowledge and patience. I remember the chocolate. Thank you also to the ladies for cleaning up after us and keeping us safe and sanitized and more than the COVID time. And finally, I want to thank my family for their combined love and support. Congratulations to 2020 friends. Thank you.
I'm hungry for a long sandwich now. I've done that for a long time. All right, and our final speaker for today will be from Cuisine, and that is Darius Turner. Darius, come on.
Good morning. First, I'd like to thank my family for supporting me. Without my wife and children, I would not be here. I'd like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Lenotre for establishing this school in your seat. I would like to thank all my instructors, Ms. Hill, Ms. Pine, Ms. Shackelford, Mrs. Barksdale, Mrs. Grant, Mrs. O'Neill, Ms. Bueller, and Chef Snell King in academics. Women represented during Women's History Month. And in the lab, I only had 2 chefs. I don't know if that was good luck or bad luck. But I enjoyed it. That was Chef Pascal and Chef Lady in their seat. It was an honor. To all the staff behind the scenes, thank you for your hard work and dedication. To my fellow graduates, it has been interesting to say the least. We are all graduating while in the pandemic, survived floods and storms, and recently are going to freeze. Perfect preparation for the culinary engagement. Now the real journey starts. For some, that means starting your own business, and for others, it means starting an establishment. Just know that success takes time, effort, sacrifice, passion, and perseverance. For some, it might happen fast, and for others, it may take time. Stay the course. There will be extreme highs and extreme lows. Stay focused. You will always learn two things from people: what to do and what not to do. Pay attention. There will be joy and pain. Remain true and do not lose your passion. There might be roadblocks and speed bumps. Always persevere. So wherever you land on this journey, grow roots. Soak up all the knowledge you can and blossom into a powerful oak tree. The time is now. Good luck.
All right, now what we've all been waiting for, and we'll be conferring the diplomas. Sam, can you come up, please? I'll ask School President Mr. Alain Lenotre and our head chef, Baker Pastry Chef Michelle, to join me on stage for the first of the diplomas, please.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is my favorite part, especially since I've been through this with all of you. All of you have babies. We're going to start with the Elite Diploma de Patisserie. Heather Kowalski, gold, and she would like to become a professional pastry chef. Gloria Marissa McLaurin, bronze, and would like to continue to learn and open a cake shop. In Baking and Pastry Arts, Carly Ferguson, bronze, would like to open her own cake decorating business. Denise Carrara, gold, recipient of 2 scholarships and would like to teach others what she's learned. Jordan's one of our U.S. veterans. He would like to use his experience he came here to build a life-size gingerbread house. In the Associate of Applied Science degree in Baking and Pastry Arts, Paula Contreras, gold, summa cum laude, would like to work in the restaurant and hotel industry to learn and eventually open a coffee shop. David Starnes, gold, summa cum laude. Christina Chef Olivier, can you please join us for conferring the Cuisine diplomas? In the elite diploma in cuisine, Antonio Mera Forte Gold would like to return to Brazil to open his own restaurant. Kelvin Pizarro, bronze, and would like to open his own restaurant. Ricardo Pizarro, and he would like to open his own restaurant as well. So we're either going to have a little bit of tea or two very competitive restaurants here. In the elite diploma in Culinary Arts, Nikki Alvarado. He would like to learn more in the industry. Ashley Albeer, gold, and would like to continue to learn and become a head chef. Laura Castro of Wyville, silver, would like to travel to Mexico City to learn and start her own business. Hope Holland, bronze, recipient of 2 scholarships and would like to continue to grow in the field. Alejandra Curie Domi, Gold, recipient of the Gaston Scholarship, and would like to open the Sheena Sergey Lee, Gold, would like to gain experience and then open her own restaurant. In the Associate of Applied Science degree in Culinary Arts, Jennifer Juarez Roms, and she'd like to continue to grow in theater. Naisha Dibble, Roms, cum laude, participated in the Master Chef in 2019, and she'd like to open her own business. Austin Swallow would like to continue to gain experience at current employment and open his first restaurant. Darius Turner, silver magna cum laude, is also a U.S. veteran and would like to continue to gain experience in field. Thank you, Chef Lee. Graduating the Associate of Applied Science degree in Hospitality and Restaurant Management, Gabriella Costa, Gold, summa cum laude. She is a recipient of the Gaston Lenotre Scholarship and is graduating from her second program with us.
Two words. I give Mr. Lenotre 2 words, so we start out. You might guess this.
We give 2 recipes. We give, for the first time, we are giving to each of you a box of business card. So we are going to pick up diplomas, the cafe, a few weeks. Remember, you get a box of personalized business card. The tourism for my dear late father. The tourism, nothing is good but the better. I didn't say the better, but the better. Thank you for the second recipe. The customer is always right. It's better when he's wrong.
Can I have all of the baking and pastry graduates come up to the front, please, for a picture? We want to introduce the 120 graduate class of baking and pastry. All right, thank you everyone for attending today's graduation. We appreciate your time and again, congratulations to everyone. Great success in the future. If you would like to invite your family in and control banners with today's picture for you, you're more than welcome to. Yes. Oh yeah, everything together? Okay. All right, Jocelyn's everything together. So let's have everyone for one last picture. Promise.